The Great Wall of China is the longest and largest defensive and military engineering structure in the world in terms of construction time. The wall stretches 21,196 kilometers in the map of China and was inscribed on the World Heritage List in 1987. The Great Wall of China was completed during the reign of Shi Huang. The rulers before him had built parts of this wall to prevent the invasion of the nomadic tribes. Shi Huangti joined the various sections of the wall together to form a 2,400-kilometer fort with 25,000 watchtowers on the China's northern border. To build this wall, many people were forced to work, many of whom died while working. The construction of the Great Wall of China dates back to the 5th to 8th centuries BC. Chinese historians believe that about 1 million soldiers were able to deploy simultaneously along the Great Wall of China and prepare for possible battles. Subscribe our YouTube channel to watch the rest of this video and more. They built this Great Wall to protect China from Mongol invaders. Around 246 BC, China was divided into small states. King Xin Huangti united the various parts of China. In the north of empire lived the Mongols. Fearing that they might invade China at any time, the king ordered the Great Wall of China to be built to protect the country from danger. So they built a wall that started from Shahikwan in Pohai Bay and reached Chai Koman in Kansou. Patrol soldiers were sending signals quickly along roads along the wall. None of the kings achieved their goal by building the wall, because the wall broke in many places and the Mongols had the opportunity to invade China. The Great Wall may never have been built, but they were able to build it. The Great Wall of China was built as a defensive project on the mountains and crossed deserts, pastures, and slugs. Depending on the terrain, the workers came up with a different structure to build the wall, which shows the wisdom of the ancestors of China. The wall stretches along steep mountains. High cliffs can be seen outside the wall. In fact, the mountain and the wall are connected. Therefore, the enemy was not able to penetrate this wall in any way. The Great Wall of China is usually made of large bricks and rectangular stones, and in the middle of it the soil and gravel are poured, and its height is 10 meters. The width of the wall is enough for 4 horses to cross, and in a row it is 4 to 5 meters wide, so that there is no problem during the transfer of grain and weapons. On the inside of the wall there is a stone fence and a door that moves easily. At a certain distance, a wall platform or fire tower has been built for news. It is a wall platform for storing weapons and grain and resting soldiers, and has been a hideout during the war. When the enemy attacked, the fire towers were lit and the whole country was informed of the attack. The resistance of the Great Wall of China as a military barrier has now disappeared, but the beauty of this special architecture is spectacular. The beauty of the Great Wall of China is majestic. From afar, a high winding wall on the mountains looks like a moving dragon, and a magnificent scene is created. Up close, magnificent gates, walls, wall platforms, watchtowers, fire towers harmonize with terrestrial features full of artistic charm. The Great Wall of China has historical and cultural significance and spectacular value. The Chinese say anyone who has not climbed the Great Wall of China is not a hero. According to recent research, the length of the Great Wall of China is 21,000 kilometers. Chinese and foreign tourists are proud to walk the wall. Even the leaders of many foreign countries do not miss the opportunity to visit this Great Wall. The Great Wall of China is an embodiment of the wisdom and suffering of millions of Chinese in ancient China. In one of the most remote corners of China, part of the Great Wall of China is being repaired by locals. It is not possible to use trucks for transportation in this area. Locals move bricks by mule. The families of those who lost their lives in the construction of this project were afraid that the souls of their dead would be imprisoned in the wall forever, and to help free the souls of their dead, they took roosters in their hands and crossed the wall. The most famous legend of the Great Wall of China is about a woman named Meng, whose husband dies while building the wall. The woman goes to the wall and cries so much that part of the wall collapses and her husband's bones appear and she buries them. The claim that this wall is the only human phenomenon that can be seen from space has been denied many times, but it is still in the public belief. In fact, many anthropogenic phenomena are visible from space, especially in the night light, but it is completely impossible to detect the Great Wall of China with the naked eye from anywhere in Earth's orbit. Apollo astronauts have not made this claim, and even astronauts orbiting Earth can hardly make such a claim. The idea is said to have been coined by Richard Halliburton decades before the first lunar landing. The Great Wall of China disappears from a height of about 180 miles. One astronaut was quoted as saying,